What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube world, YouTube land? I am Real Estate J. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Young Miami from the City Girls, has something very, very interesting to tell the world about how she feels about your children, your girls specifically is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna play this clip right here and we're gonna react to it. This City Girls, like ever since they ever came out, and I remember it was probably around like, when did they come out? Like 2016, something like that, 2017? I don't know. Ever since they came out, I have noticed like the ratchetness has turned up to like a whole new level. It's always been there. Definitely, of course, rap music ain't helping, but it's always been there. But I feel like it got turned up. And I was never a fan of the City Girls because they just sounded like some hood rats that just got a microphone. I mean, what's so different about these girls than, you know, somebody in the city, right? And somebody walking in Detroit, some girl that's on the east side, west side, you know what I'm saying? Like they talk just like them. And they just happen to get a mic and they have no lyrical ability and no musical ability at all. And they just say a bunch of ratchet stuff that a bunch of ratchet people can relate to. But let's see what she says about about her daughter. But really what she's saying is stuff about other people's daughter and what she wants to do to them. Let's go.
Comes to you as pretty as she is and says, "Mom, I want to be a city girl."
She ain't gonna be no city girl.
So Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
No. I want her raised totally different. Like, you know, I don't even want her to eat a C.
Wait a minute. So this is the same thing that Cardi B said when that WAP song came out. Y'all know what WAP is. Y'all know what it is. Now stop playing. Cardi B said the same thing, that she didn't want her child to hear her music. She's saying the same thing. And I can't think of the other rapper that said it before. But isn't it quite embarrassing that you don't want your child to hear the music that you make? And this is your career. I'm sure some country singers, some pop singers that are not afraid to show their kids their music. Why are you so afraid to show your child your music? So she'll pump this message out to her, to your daughter, to your daughters, and my daughter, right? Try to. But for her daughter, she gonna try to keep her in this bubble and keep her from listening to what she makes. If I ain't heard the most hypocritical thing ever, so she gonna tell your daughter how to be a city girl and how to act up, right? Ain't that one of their songs, Act Up, and how to treat a man and 8 figures and all this crazy stuff. But she don't want her daughter to see that example. But she is the example. So her daughter might be worse off than her, but let's just see, right?
The light of day like that. Like I really want her to just be like, you know, like level-headed, a schoolgirl, and just on a whole nother wave. Like, you know, I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, you know, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for my daughter.
What
comes to you?
The actual world is she talking about? So because you was raised a certain way, and you happen to get famous and everything else, you don't want your daughter to grow up and be like you. So what you're telling me is you're a horrible person and you don't even want your own daughter to represent what you talk about. That's hypocritical. That is the most dumbest thing I've heard. As a parent, I want my daughters to look at me as the man that they would want to see in their man. I want to represent what a man looks like. I don't want to tell my daughters, yeah, so how I treat your mom, I don't want y'all to get a man like that. So don't worry about that, you know, but I want y'all to get a more respectable man. That would say something about me. That would say that I'm a piece of POS. I'm a piece of you know what. But I don't want y'all to get a man like me. So she doesn't want her daughter to be an example, or want her daughter to look at her as the example. But instead, she's going to try to shelter her daughter and give her a new example in a new environment. But they're going to spew this out to your daughters. They want your daughters to be like their character that they portray in these rap songs. They want them to dress like them. They want them to look like them. They telling them what type of man they want and what to go after. And they want to damage them. This is the biggest issue that I have with rap music, is that these rappers that I used to listen to, they're much older now, and a lot of them have moved into different sectors of the world. Some of them now are in real estate. Think about Gucci Mane. He's no longer doing all that crazy stuff. Now he's like more mature now. But they pushed all of that negativity, all of that bad energy out to us. And a lot of people took that. They went to jail. Some of them died behind that. Some of them still think that these guys are the realest, listening to their old music from 03 and 04, still thinking that they need to live this way. Meanwhile, they have evolved in life. And they don't want they don't want their kids to be like who they were. But they pushed that message out to us. And they taught us nothing. This is a prime example. This girl has talked about so much stuff in her songs with them city girls, them ratchet girls. But they gonna push this out to your daughters, to your children. I can't do it. I can't do it, and I can't stand it. This is exactly why I say throw rap in the garbage. Throw all them rappers in the garbage. They're not a great example. They don't teach us nothing. And let's create a new genre of music, because we can do a whole lot with just a beat. We don't need their lyrics. We don't need their examples. This is horrible. Listen to her. And then we're going to end this video off.
As pretty as she is and says, Mom, I want to be a city girl.
She ain't gonna be no city girl.
So Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
No. I want her raised totally different. Like, you know, I don't even want her to even see the light of day like that. Like, I really want her to just be like, you know, like level-headed, a schoolgirl, and just on a whole nother ways. Like, you know, I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, you know, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for my daughter.
And then you still claim to be a city girl. Then you still claiming to be a city girl. You still claim to be this ratchet female. And then you can't talk. Well, I wanted to be like. Can't even talk. That's it. That's all I got to say. If I were y'all, and if you listen to this and you offended, it's because the shoe fits. If she doesn't want her child to listen to her music, you shouldn't listen to it neither. And you shouldn't dare not even try to play this around your kids. Any of it. Suki Hana, City Girls, Sexy Red, Cardi B. I mean, can we go on? I'll even throw Megan Thee Stallion in there. I mean, it's like all these women have to be super, super sexy, but they don't even want to be the person that they rap about. That's all. Like I say in these videos, this is chess, not checkers. I'm going to see y'all at work.